What's up, everybody? Ross Christofoli here from Lead Carrot, and I wanted to really quickly talk to you about some cool things that I've been learning about. So, I love psychology. I love learning about it, and I have my own take on what they call the triune brain, which I think the guy's name was like Pat something or another, who initially came out with this study, and he said that the brain was technically into three separate departments. You had your reptilian brain, your limbic brain, which is your emotional mammal brain, and then you had your neocortex. Now, the thing that I disagree with, because I believe in creation, I mean, you can believe with whatever you want. I believe in creation, that I don't believe that like all of these things came from evolving, like each layer of these brains. That doesn't make much sense to me. But what I do believe is that we share common builds based off of creation. For instance, we have hands, so do gorillas have hands. That doesn't mean, in my opinion, that we came from gorillas. It just means we had the same creator. And so I'm not trying to get religious here, but that's my take on this. So the reason I bring that up is because people know I'm a Christian, I do ministry work, and I don't want them to be like, oh, does he know that that's an evolution thing? Because I don't believe in it as evolution, but I do believe that we have these different thinking powers and thinking layers that we share amongst other creations. Anyways, getting past that, I was learning a bit about, I love going deeper and deeper, finding the latest studies on things. And as they dig more and more into the reptilian brain, they start learning more and more about it. So in the past, it was believed that it was always a fight or flight mechanism, which it is. It's like it's a pain. That's why it's the first thing. If you guys aren't familiar with it, the reptilian brain is what marketers, advertisers use to get you hooked, to get you interested. It brings up a pain point, arouses curiosity, it can shock them, it can be a celebrity or something like that triggers the reptilian brain, and then it allows you to get emotional about a sale. So if you're trying to get somebody interested in something, you have to first trigger an emotion, or not an emotion, but a pain point, or scare them or something like that. So that's how you kind of get them triggered. But something that's pretty interesting is that reptilian brains can build up a little bit of a memory. This is something that has kind of been a new thought to me that I was studying about. It's been known for a few years now, but it's been something that I recently learned about. And the example of that would be like people who have post-traumatic stress disorder. They might hear a sound, and that sound causes them to take a specific reaction because that sound had made another sound before to them. And so this shows that the reptilian brain can actually have a little bit of a memory to it, and there's this fight or flight all of a sudden feeling to it. So here's where it gets interesting to me, is that the foreknowledge or the after knowledge of something will totally change the outcome of the reptilian brain. So for instance, if I get you interested in something by saying, hey, let's do this, blah, 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 and you get interested in it, and then you go on to have a really bad experience with me, it's very likely that if someone else is saying the same thing, even if they would have given you a good experience, it's very likely that you're going to deflect from it because you had such a bad experience with it before. And so for you, the fight or flight, you in your mind, your body says, or your mind says that is not something that you want to be a part of, and you start going the other way because it starts bringing up the pain of that experience. So how does this affect us? Well, a lot of people are giving bad experiences in the world. They're not worried about customer experiences. They're not worried about actually helping people. They just want to make money. And so the old saying, when you zig, they zag, it really does hold true, because if everybody else is zigging and giving people a bad experience, well, how are we going to stand out and be different? Well, we zag, and that's how we do it. It might not make an immediate impact to your marketing right now. It's not like it's something where you're going to be like, oh, I can go do this now. But it does give you a deeper knowledge as to what's actually happening. And then later on, when you're formulating a strategy, you can have this in mind. I personally think it's very, very fun to know these different things. Also, there might be times where you're trying to trigger something, a memory that they had. Because if you can trigger a pain point and then quickly provide a solution to it, then you might get somebody that way. Get them into your funnel, and then you can create a good user experience. It's not that we're trying to do the new saying bro marketing and irritate people, but what it really does mean is it does mean that we're trying to find people who are our ideal client and help them and serve them better. And so we're trying to get them in because we truly believe we can change their life. I can only assume that you have the best motives at heart, and those are the people who I'm trying to help here. Hopefully you guys found that somewhat enjoying. Please subscribe below if you guys are enjoying my From the Driver's Seat videos. I'm going to be doing more question and answers. So on Fridays, I'm going to be doing question and answers from people in my Agency Secrets for Entrepreneurs group. Thank you so much, and you guys have an amazing day.